Deep within the jungles of Central America, towering stone pyramids pierced the canopy, remnants of a civilization that was brilliant, complex, and shrouded in mystery. These are the cities of the Maya, a people who rose to incredible heights and then seemed to vanish into the very jungle that cradled their greatness. Who were the Maya? And what happened to their magnificent world? Today, we're venturing back in time to uncover the secrets of this incredible civilization. So let's get one thing straight. The Maya weren't a single, unified empire like the Romans. They were a collection of powerful city-states like Tikal, Palenque, and Chichen Itza, each with its own ruler, yet all sharing a rich and intricate culture. For over 3,000 years, from around 2000 BC, they flourished in what is now southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and Honduras. They were farmers, artists, warriors, and, most remarkably, intellectual giants. Forget the stereotype of ancient people being primitive. The Maya were masters of astronomy and mathematics, far ahead of many of their contemporaries across the world. They developed the concept of the number zero independently, a groundbreaking idea that revolutionized their calculations. Their understanding of the cosmos was astonishing. From their observatories, they meticulously tracked the movements of the sun, the moon, and the planets, especially Venus. They could predict eclipses with stunning accuracy and calculated the length of the solar year to 365.242 days. For context, our modern calculation is 365.2425 days. They were off by mere seconds, and this was over 1,000 years ago, all achieved with naked-eye observation. This celestial knowledge was woven into the very fabric of their society, most famously in their complex calendar system. You've probably heard of the Maya calendar, especially because of all the hype around 2012. The whole end-of-the-world scenario was a complete misunderstanding. The Maya had several calendars running at once. The date in 2012 simply marked the end of a major cycle, a 5,125-year-long period in their long-count calendar. It wasn't an apocalypse. It was more like the odometer on a car rolling over to zero. For the Maya, it was a time for celebration and renewal, the beginning of a new era, not the end of everything. Imagine trekking through a dense, humid jungle, vines hanging down, the sounds of unseen animals all around you, and then, suddenly, you come across a clearing. Before you stands a sprawling city of stone. Grand plazas, intricate palaces, and steep pyramids reaching for the sky. For centuries, many of these cities were completely lost, swallowed by the relentless jungle after they were abandoned. It wasn't until the 19th century that explorers began to rediscover these incredible sites. Using modern technology like LiDAR, which can see through the forest canopy, archaeologists are still finding new structures and even entire cities we never knew existed. It's a treasure hunt on a massive scale, and each discovery adds a new piece to the puzzle of the Maya world. These cities were bustling centers of life, home to tens of thousands of people, with complex water management systems, ball courts for a sacred game called Pakatok, and markets filled with goods from across the region. Life for the Maya was deeply spiritual. Their universe was a complex place, with multiple levels of heavens and underworlds, populated by a vast pantheon of gods. These deities weren't distant figures, they were active participants in daily life. They controlled the rain, the sun, the harvest, and the fate of humanity. Rulers were seen as divine intermediaries, conduits between the mortal world and the realm of the gods. To keep the cosmos in balance and appease these powerful deities, the Maya practiced elaborate rituals. These ceremonies could involve feasting, dancing, and offerings of precious materials like jade and obsidian. But they also had a darker side. Bloodletting and human sacrifice were part of their religious practice. To us, this sounds brutal, but for the Maya, blood was seen as a potent life force. And offering it to the gods was the ultimate act of piety, ensuring the continuation of the world. It was a sacred duty, not an act of wanton cruelty. Then, around the 9th century AD, something went terribly wrong. In the southern lowlands, where the Maya civilization had reached its peak, the great cities began to decline. Construction of monuments stopped, populations dwindled, and one by one, the magnificent urban centers were abandoned to the jungle. This is the Great Maya Collapse, one of history's most enduring mysteries. What happened? There's no single, simple answer. It was likely a perfect storm of factors. Decades of intense warfare between city-states weakened them. Overpopulation and intensive farming led to widespread deforestation and soil erosion. This, in turn, may have contributed to severe, prolonged droughts. Imagine a society dependent on agriculture, suddenly facing crop failure year after year. The divine kings, whose power rested on their ability to communicate with the gods and ensure prosperity, would have lost their authority. With faith crumbling and resources vanishing, the social order fell apart. People likely left the failing cities in search of food and water, scattering into smaller rural communities. It's crucial to understand that the Maya people didn't disappear. The collapse was the end of their classic city-state system, not the end of their culture. Millions of Maya people live today in their ancestral homelands, speaking their traditional languages and maintaining many of their ancient customs. They are the living legacy of this incredible civilization, so what can we learn from the Maya? Their story is a powerful reminder that progress is not permanent, and even the most advanced societies are vulnerable. They show us the intricate connection between humanity and the environment, and how upsetting that balance can lead to catastrophe. They were brilliant astronomers, mathematicians, and architects who built a world that rivaled any in their time. Yet their towering pyramids now stand as silent monuments, a testament to both human genius and the fragility of civilization. The Maya left us with more questions than answers, and perhaps that's their greatest legacy, a mystery that continues to captivate us, urging us to keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning from the echoes of the past. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of the Maya. If you found this as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. See you next time.